Quick question, are you actually planning out your cross? Or are you still figuring it out with the timer already running? Because if it's the second one, that's not a small habit. That's the exact thing keeping your cross and everything after slower than it should be. I used to sit at a 3-second cross for way longer than I want to admit, doing exactly this. Once I fixed it, my cross dropped to under 2 seconds, sometimes sub 1, and it's the single biggest change I've made to my entire solve. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what that mistake is, plus the 2 intermediate level techniques that fixed it for me. So by the end, you'll know exactly how to plan, execute, and speed up your cross without adding a single extra move. But first, I need to show you why cross doesn't even work like F2L, OLL, or PLL. Because once you understand that difference, everything else on this list is going to make a lot more sense. Cross is the most overlooked step of the entire solve. Everyone wants to focus on F2L, OLL, and PLL because they're more fun, more engaging, but cross is the foundation the entire rest of the solve is built on. If your cross is slow or hesitant, everything after gets that hesitation. Here's what you need to know. You get 15 seconds of inspection before the timer starts. Use it to fully plan your cross solution in your head, so when you pick up the cube, you just do it, instantly, with no thinking during the solve. It shouldn't be intuition, it should be memorized. It's hard at first, but it becomes easy fast, and it makes a huge difference, going from 3 seconds all the way down to sub 2, sub 1. By the way, if you're the kind of person who wants to actually build a system for this, instead of just watching one video and hoping it sticks, that's exactly what I post here every week. Subscribing means the next fix like this one lands in your feed automatically, instead of you having to go looking for it. Right after letting go of the timer, your hands aren't fully gripping the cube yet, so certain moves, R moves especially, won't come out clean. Start with something easy from that position, usually a U move, instead of something that'll slow you down. When you're inserting one piece, say blue, into its solved position, position a second unsolved piece, like orange, above it first, then solve them together. This works because colors that are adjacent to each other on the cube pair well this way. Orange and blue sit right beside each other, which is exactly why they work as a pair here. Shift the cross. You don't have to keep the cross fully solved at all times. Turn the bottom layer to reposition pieces, solve what you need, and everything lines back up once the color scheme matches again. Don't rush ahead to X crosses or full color neutrality yet. These are more advanced. Get the essentials locked in first. Efficient moves, algorithmic execution, real muscle memory. Color neutrality isn't essential to get fast, or even to break world records. It helps long term, but it's not what you should be focused on starting out. Eliminate pauses in your turning. Don't chase a speed you can't keep up with. Start slower with continuous, smooth turns, and gradually build speed over time. Starting fast and pausing mid-cross is a bad habit. Starting slow and staying continuous is the one you want. This applies to F2L too. F2L, OLL, and PLL all have specific cases you'll see again and again. Cross doesn't work that way. Every solution is different, so there's no fixed set of algorithms to memorize. What you build instead is pattern recognition over time, recognizing repeating patterns, reacting quickly, and visualizing the solution in your head before you touch the cube. Once your cross solution is planned, use the remaining inspection time to spot your first F2L pair too, so you're not transitioning cold into a hard case right after cross. This is one of the harder things to do, and it's still hard for me sometimes. But when I notice I have an easier cross solution, I look for my first F2L pair right away, because the cross is already handled in my head. Eventually, it's not something you think about, it's just muscle memory. Don't treat cross as less important than the fun steps. I used to do this myself. I used to think I didn't really need to focus on cross, but once I actually started drilling it and watching tutorials, my solves got noticeably faster. My cross today is a lot better than it was a few years ago, back when I was still on the daisy method. Cross is genuinely overlooked, and it's the first step of the whole solve. At the world record level, top cubers keep their cross under a second. That's the level you're building toward. Practice at least one thing every day, even if it's just a few minutes or a few algorithms. 1% a day is better than 0%, and skipping practice doesn't just stall your progress, it takes you backward. You want to keep moving forward, not slide back. What I really want you to take away from this video is that cross is just as important as F2L, OLL, OLL, or PLL. They all mesh together. They stack on and depend on each other. Whatever you do in your cross changes what cases you get in F2L, and that changes what you get in OLL, then PLL, and so on. Don't overlook one step in favor of another. Practice all of them equally and improve at all of them equally. Don't give up. Keep going. Stay consistent, and you will break that sub-3 barrier and go on to sub-1 and beyond. And if you want to keep going right now, there's a video already up on your screen that YouTube thinks is a good next watch for you. Go ahead and click it.